Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Johnny Stocks 212. Other people trying to sell you something. I'm just here to find those A winners, go getters, trend setting companies to invest in. Thank you for joining me wherever you may be. We got a great show for you today. Today, we're talking about another exciting biotech company called Tonix Pharmaceuticals. Really exciting to tell you about them today. Please read the disclaimer on your own time. So Tonic Biopharmaceutical Company has some really interesting medications potentially in clinical trials. These are in human clinical trials that I'm really excited to tell you about. Let's look at the leadership team. Dr. Seth Lederman, big fan of this guy, CEO, chairman, co-founder, big fan of co-founders. I always are looking for leadership teams where their co-founders still around there. I mean, that makes a big difference. This guy, if you don't remember, I've heard him in a bunch of interviews. He was the one that helped with developing late-stage oncology drugs called levolacorin, which was basically a tire. He was with Targent Pharmaceuticals. They got acquired by Spectrum, I believe, and now it's marketed as Fusilev, which is levolacorin. So, I mean, the guy's got a lot of experience, colorectal cancer. I'm definitely interested in they have a cocaine medication, overdose drug for patients with cocaine. That's really exciting. TX 1300. Basically, they have a recombinant DNA technology with E. coli that produced cocaine esterase, which was identified. And it's the sole source of the carbon and nitrogen that grows in the soil surrounding the cocoa plants. And through gene editing and a bunch of other really cool technology stuff that they did, they basically were able to use that cocaine esterase to break down cocaine into a metabolite. And that's pretty exciting. I think that, there really isn't any treatments, really great treatments. They're treating the symptoms for the patients. They're in phase 2 trial. I want to say it's TX 1300. They tried this medication at 100 milligrams and I want to say 200 milligrams IV dose, and both were well tolerated. It kind of stopped the cocaine effects after a 50 milligram cocaine IV challenge. But there were some side effects, so I don't want to make it seem like, oh, no side effects, no, all peaches and roses here. Headache, dizziness, some subcutaneous tissue disorder, hyperhidrosis, dermatitis. But this could be a really good, potential treatment for patients that are suffering from that. And it could be a hopefully clinically significant advantage to the standards of care when a patient has a cocaine overdose. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, let's look at the pipeline. So they have a few medications in phase 3 trials. So I'm excited. Here's that cocaine intoxication overdose medication I talked to, breakthrough therapy, TNX 1300. The other one that sounds pretty exciting to me is TNX 1900. The TNX 601 for depression, PTSD, starting hopefully what's called their phase 2 trial. That's pretty exciting. And then chronic migraines. That's another one that I really think is interesting. They have a intranasal oxytocin being studied for prophylactic chronic migraines. Big market here. A lot of patients suffer that. So oxytocin, that's the name of the medication they're looking at, is a naturally occurring human hormone. It basically acts as a neurotransmitter in your brain. And there's been a lot of different research saying that it could potentially relieve headaches. Now it's intranasal route. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with that. It's looking to start sometime in the fourth quarter phase 2 trial. I mean, they still have a long way to go, this company. A lot of different data that needs to be vetted out, and let's see what the trials say. Let's look at the stock price. So stock symbol TNXP, Tonix Pharmaceuticals. At the time of this video, it is 86 cents. 86 cents. Do I think potentially with the mark the way inflation is and interest rates are, that it potentially get hit up and brought down a little bit lower, sure. But once I think this stock stabilizes, if it breaks out between the dollar range, $1.05, $1.10, I'm going to be a buyer. I definitely like that those two potential. I think oxytocin could be a big, potential great thing for patients that suffer from chronic migraines if it gets approved, that they start a phase 3 trial. I like the idea of the cocaine overdose, which sounds incredible. I mean, there's not a lot of great, standard of care is not great for that. So those are two potential big opportunities for this company, and the outstanding leadership. I'm definitely going to monitor it. Let's see if they start that phase 2 trial soon. They have a lot of data that's going to be reporting towards the end of this year. I still think there's a lot of opportunity with this company. So this is another company I'm going to continue to monitor and watch. I do think they have a potential here. That's all the time we have for the video. Again, if you do like these videos and this content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. That really helps the Google, YouTube algorithm. I'm going to continue to monitor this company to see what happens. I do think there's a lot of potential here, a lot of upside. And again, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.